Hey everyone, I hope everyone's having a good day today. My name is Julie and my channel is Jules of Tyler. And today I want to show you a little bit of what I've done with some of the slides. Probably most everybody has the slides from a million years ago. And I am going to show you a few things to do with those and hopefully give you at least one idea, if not 20 ideas. But first of all, before I show you what I do with them, I'm gonna show you some of the results, okay? This one right here is something, let's see, something I did with a gumball toy, rickrack, and washi tape. Put it over here. Next one, this is what I do with scraps of fabric. I've shown you different other things that I've done with scraps. I just have a whole bunch of them here and I glue them down and I glued them on the slide. And then I put a little picture from a book and a button and some rickrack on there. Okay, next one, I use some the sewing patterns and I glued those on. It's probably about 5 layers of it, so it wouldn't be so see-through, and I put a button. This little frame right here, this is also a slide. I just cut down a slide. I don't like how it doesn't focus. I cut down the slide and I made it a little frame around the frame. So, you know, these are just perfect to use as a frame. And if you want to, you can put some acetate in there so it does look a little bit more like a frame. I do have one that's like that, but otherwise I like it open because most of my things that I put in there are a little bit bulky. So there's that, and there's just the back side. Let's see here. Here's another one. This is a shaker card. This one is a little bit more bulky, as you'll see, but it's just a shaker card that you can put in Happy Mail or put it in a pocket. And that's just done with scrapbooking paper. Oh, there's a little bit of the acetate. You can see it shine right there. So it looks fine with that. Here's another one with the fabric, and there's a sticker inside here and just some little jewels. These two I put the 3 little kittens. I have their book pages on here. Book pages are a little bit more fragile, so you're a little bit more careful when you cut those out. And see, I haven't even backed that. I guess I backed that one up, but not that one. But most of these are probably going to be stuck down on a pocket or used somewhere in your journal where it'll be stuck down. If not, then just back it with something pretty like that. Here's another, and this one I cut down also. I just went around and I made it all one size. Put a little applique on there, and this is a playing card, and I just cut that down. And let's see, the other thing I'm almost finished with is this pocket. What I did is I put 3 together, or you can put 4 if you have a tall page, because this could also look good as a belly band. Looks real cool as a belly band. You can put something in the middle or something on each spot. Wouldn't that be cute with something in there? Or you could put a little something on each or something on the middle there. If you want to make it a pocket, you just cut out something there and you just glue this down and you've got a pocket. Isn't it cute? Of course, I love daisies. And since I'm working on a couple of cat journals, I would probably put the cat on there. So there's that one. Okay, and this other one, you could make it as a tab. And I'm going to show you how to make these thin, because these are a little bulky, but we're going to take these apart. Most of these are just one little layer just a few of them are the whole slides. But anyway, I've peeled them apart. This is a tab, and I covered this with washi tape, and then I put a little bit of fabric on there, and it's just a little cute tab for when you have your journal on there, okay? Oh, and here's one other. And this is just a side tuck that I made, and I put two together on that. And I put some little birds. They are from, I think, oh gosh, I think it was a greeting card. I made a copy of the greeting card because I didn't want to tear it up just for this project. And then I put it on some other cardstock and just put a little bit of trim on there. I wanted to show you how I put the three together. Like I said, if you have a taller page and want to do a belly band, put one more. But I have, on the other one, I put strips of paper and glued them, which is a little bit firmer. On these, I put washi tape. And then you just put your fabric all over it, and that's all you do. And then, you know, put your ribbon on there. I cut little pieces because I'm hoarding this ribbon. There's hardly any left. Oh, and I wanted to show you this too. If you wanted to make, if it was going to be a little bulky or you wanted to put it on a cover, because some people don't care if it's a little bulky, I think a bow would look really, really cute for that. And let's put that on that pocket again and show you what it looks like. And there you go. Okie dokie. Now the rest of it, I've got little, oh no, and wow, I've got three more. Oh my goodness. Okay, I did get carried away. Okay, I did. I will admit that. That's the first step. Admit that. This right here, I'm going to show you how to do. This is that, what is it? It's a metal border, and it's from the Victorian times. I got this in an antique store. It looks like this. And what I've done is I've gotten it and painted it just with some craft paint. There's the white part, and then part of it I put ivory paint on there. Now this is something that can only be cut with these little snips. These sides will be sharp, but when you put them in between the layers of the slide, you don't have to worry about getting cut. But I will show you how to do that. So I did that and cut out some scrapbook paper. There we go. And this one, okay, this was some French documents that I glued on here. And this is from a Victorian calling card and just some lace. And the last one I think that I've completed, this again is scrapbook paper here, and this is an applique that had some pearls on there, and then I just put some trim down this side. I hope that light's not too bright. It seems like it's never bright enough, but today it seems pretty bright. Okay, now I'm going to show you how I take this apart. And this is really, really simple. On this slide, you're just gonna take it apart like that, and it's gonna pull out. And if you look at it, you're gonna see the little slot where the film was. And so all I'm gonna do is I have my little spatula that's a Cricut spatula. You probably have something else that you could use if you don't have something like this. But what it does, it just goes right down in that slot, and I'm gonna push it all the way to my board to where it comes through, okay? And I'm gonna keep that spatula on the board. And this is the easy way to do it. I'm just gonna turn this. Turn that slide, and it's just gonna ease right through that layer. I'm gonna pull it through, pull it through. Sometimes it is a little difficult, but most of the time it's not. So if you just keep that on the board, and use your left hand or whatever other hand you want to use, your right hand, and just turn it. Now it's still going to have another little layer, so if you want to make it thinner, you just take off this little strip that they had, to tape it down. But otherwise, you've now got 2 thin layers, and it's not going to bulk up anything. Okay? All right. This one here, I colored it with ink oxide, distress ink oxide, and it's a little chalky, but I didn't have just a distressed ink in this color. But you can always color these. You can still see the date here, but all I'm gonna do is on this one, I have made a copy of a greeting card that has a cute cat on it, and I'm gonna glue this on here. And then I'm going to cover up that date with just putting some daisies on top. And this is all I would do for this one. And that one's a pretty easy one. On this one, I used more of the fabric that I'd cut out, and I used only the pink, the kind of mauve pink to go in a Victorian album. And I have sewn around, which turned out just fine. I have a part of a scrap. It looks like our Victorian calling card. I'm not sure it is vintage. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue that behind here and just put a little lace on top or bottom or side. And there's that one. This is more scrapbooking paper with a little bit of sewing just on the top and the bottom. Would back it with a piece of cardstock. This is something I dyed. That's that piece that I told you that I cut out from the slide. Put it as a little frame, and I had this really cute little patch that I got from an antique store. I don't know really how old it is, but I thought it was really, really cute. And that's just a simple job right there. And I have a cat here, and what I did is I had my little piece of cardstock, and I glued a piece of ribbon on that. And then I have washi tape that I put all around. And then I'm just going to glue this on top where you can't see anything but the ribbon. I've got a little cat that I cut out. That's going to go in the middle. And then I punched out a flower. And I'm just going to put that on the side. Okay, this one here, I made it for a Victorian album or journal. You can tell I scrapbook all the time. I call everything an album. This one I have scrapbook paper, and I have lace all around, and I have a little charm. I inked all around it. And then, again, I cut out another slide, and I'm going to use it as a frame and put that down on here like that. And for this one, I made it into a paper clip. So it's hidden on front and on the back, and you'll just slide that down on something. Let's see here. And there's your little paper clip. And I use washi tape for this inner frame right here. If you have any little greeting cards or anything like that, I have this little one. Cute as can be. And really, a lot of these do not need anything else. They're just cute the way they are. This one here, I put a little eyelet and a couple little charms. I have more of that applique with a pearl and another cutout frame. And here you go. If you have any pretty lace trim like this, I got this and I just love it. I thought that would look great on top. There we go. And I would cut around. And then and what I did on here is I cut the top part of the slide, as you can see right there, so that it's only large at the bottom. And I have these little bitty cutout fabric flowers, and I was gonna put on there. So I thought it'd be really nice and dainty. So I wanna do that for that. This one here is just scrapbook paper, and I've got the acetate on here, piece of cardstock with a little German scrap. And the little German scraps, I don't know if you're familiar with them, you can get them on Etsy or probably anywhere. They have all different kinds with children, with animals, with the beautiful roses, and they're not expensive at all. So these look really good with it. So what I'll do with her is just put that little daisy on there, and I've put a little trim around. Okay, oh my goodness. Yes, ideas, ideas. This one is just a little cutout. Uh-oh, what did I have with this one? Like that. I think I had something else, but I think it is falling off somewhere. Anyway, you get the idea about that. I've got these digitals that I bought, and they're from old greeting cards. And so I just cut those out. They were real small, so it worked real well. Another thing that I did is I have a lot of postcards, and what I did is I scanned them all, and then I shrunk them down when I printed them. And these work really, really well with the frames. These were my favorite right here. Let me just show you a little bit. They work perfect. You just got little frames, just ready to decorate your pages. And I also have some fabric. There were little digitals that I printed on top of fabric. And you can use the fabric. Just decorate the outsides if you want to. Cigarette cards are great. Look how pretty that is. I've got those. Stickers are really neat. I've got this real tall sticker, which of course I wouldn't use it as a sticker, but if you glued it on the side, wouldn't that be really cute? And then put something in the middle. Here's another sticker of a little girl. And then just putting a cute heart on it. Just really dresses it up. Okay, and of course using it really as a frame. I have this old photo and a cat hair. And what I would do is just put her on here. Put a little vintage rickrack and a vintage button. And that's all you have to do for this one. And I'm gonna finish all these out and show it to you. There we go. Just so many different things. Oh yeah. That might have been what it was. Here you go. This one, the one I couldn't figure it out, I'd made another little frame. And then I would put the little flowers on all the corners. Just fix them up like that. There you go. Washi tape, as you know, just easy washi tape. And what I did is I just put a strip on top and bottom, then I came on the sides and put a strip on both sides of that. And you can line it with any colors you want. I even have this Tim Holtz fabric washi or tape, whatever. I'm not sure exactly what he calls that. Just something like that's real cute. All kinds of little things, all little cutouts. You could put a brooch if you want to use one of these and put this on the outside of your journal because it is going to have some bulk. Maybe put a little lace right here. Put your little brooch on here. Just little cutouts, buttons, tags, rickrack. There's all kinds of things. So today what I want to show you is just probably the one I've done the most, and it's just using scrapbook paper. I've already taken this apart, as you see. So what I'm going to do is turn this over, and I am going to glue this. Okay. Let's see. Let's glue this down. Let me get a little piece of paper so I don't get it all over the place. Okay. I'm going to glue the top part because that is the smooth part of the slide. The back side's pretty rough. Okay. And I like smoothing it down with my finger so you won't see any of the lines. And then I'll just put it on here. And some of these slides, they have curved corners and some do not. But you can change any one of them you want. Since the cardboard is now thin from the slide, you can use a little punch if you want to have curved corners. And then all we'll do on here, that's what it looks like on the other side. We're just going to cut around. Okie dokie. And let me get my little corner punch here, and I put it on the smallest one, and it works perfectly with these slides. Okay. The next thing to do is, all I can say is, yes, I have a blade, and be very, very careful with it if you do use a blade. And I'm going to move this up a little bit because I don't want to get it all on my board. And you're just going to go around this. And it seems to work better if you put paper under that, because this mat that I have is pretty hard. It's a quilter's mat, so it seems to work better if I put this paper on it. And I'm sorry I'm out of frame here. I'm just moving everything around, and you're just going to go around and keep your fingers out of the way. Yeah, I know you're holding your breath, Mom, if you're watching this. She's thinking, my child with the blade. Oh, yeah. Oop, took a little bit off the side there. Little trim. Okay, try to get the corners a little bit. Okay, there we go. Oh, that didn't punch out very well. There we go. No, it did. Okay, there you go. And if you don't want to use a blade, that is no problem, because on this one right here, I didn't use one. All I did is glue the strips, top, bottom, then side and side. Right there, and it doesn't look bad. You can see it a little bit. If it bothers you, you know, it might not be your thing, but you can always probably put something on some of the sides so you can't see them on there. But it can be done. You do not have to use the blade. Okay, what was I going to put on here? Okay, This is one of the little cutouts that I showed you earlier from a greeting card. I thought it looked real good with that paper. And so what I'm gonna do is just come around here and put a little glue all around. Okie dokie. Let's see if we can get her all done there. Okay. Got a little excess glue. Get that up. Okay. And then just add a little something. And that's all. Let's see what else we could add. Just little things like that. And see how fast that was? It really wasn't easy. I mean, it wasn't a hard project at all. Okay, the next one I'm going to show you is my little metal trim here. And on this one here, I used pink fabric swatches here. I just cut them up in little squares, and they're just all the pink. And I have a little bit of hand-dyed paper. You can use any kind of paper to back this up with. And let's see. What I'm going to do here is, first of all, let me cut off that edge. Oh, jeez. Come on. Wow, that's be difficult all of a sudden. Maybe I have it turned the wrong way. Okay. Let's try again. There we go. You just have to get it straight. Because I just did this the other day. Okay, now. I'm going to put this up here. Make sure we get it enough here. Let's see here. I'm going to mark it. Okay. And that's all. Okay. And for this one, I think I would use a better glue. And I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac glue. And what we'll do is just go down, cover as much as you can. I guess it's pretty good. And just put it about in the middle. And press it down. Let's see. Okay, it's going to be good. And I'm going to put this all around the window. Okay. And let's see if we can center this good. Okay. Then of course you let it dry, but I've got a little bit. Let's see what side I like best. You can either go darker, maybe the lighter side. This is just a little bit of some lace. it right here on the corner. And then I've got this little cutesy button. I'm gonna put it right in the middle. And that's what we have. Just really quick, but it will really, really look good, I think, in your journals. And I hope you'll make a few with me. What I'm gonna do here is pause this, and I'm gonna finish out these other ones so that you can look and see what those look like, okay? So give me just a few minutes and I'll be right back on, okay? Okay, I am back, and right here, this is the section that I showed you what I was going to do, and I did it. This is just that little greeting card. I didn't put anything on the sides. This is that Victorian calling card with lace. This was that ribbon. I think it was French, if I can remember correctly. This is the one that is a paper clip. Kitty cat washi tape and kitty cat in the middle. Another kitty cat. This is that vintage photo. And that sticker. Kitty cat. That metal border. And this is the one with the acetate. You can see that. And this little kitty cat that I used the distressed ink oxide. This is that little patch. Okay, and I think I had that finished, and everything else here is what I showed you at the very beginning. So this is it, and I promise you this was really, really easy, and everything's really colorful. So I think it's really gonna dress up your page, and I think you're gonna like what you see, okay? And just remember, you can make tucks or pockets or belly bands with it, and also, of course, your tabs. So anyway, if you have any questions, let me know. If you need any more ideas, let me know, okay? Thanks so much, and y'all have a good rest of the day, okay? Bye.